I'm not particularly crazy about this film, and I think the main reason is that the story that it's telling of this. With the upcoming release of Avatar Fire and Ash, it's now time to go back and review the highest grossing movie of all time, 2009's Avatar. This is going to date me a little bit, but back when this movie was first coming out, I remember seeing clips of it here and there, thinking that these weird, yellow eyed blue people looked really cool, but I knew nothing about the story, and that was pretty much how much I knew about this film. Fast forward to 2022 when Avatar The Way of Water was coming out, and I finally sat down to watch this movie, and I immediately understood why it has been the successful project that it is. It goes without saying this movie did do a lot of things very well when it comes to how it used digital technology and how not just the actors moving through their scenes with motion capture suits, but the way that almost the entire world of Pandora was digitally made. And even though it can sometimes seem like a video game at certain points, for the most part, you pretty much forget about that and you are immersed in this exotic alien environment. As far as the story is concerned, it is very familiar territory when it comes to movies like this, because any film that does the foreign and or white savior story, whether it's Lawrence of Arabia, Dances with Wolves, The Last Samurai, or in the context of science fiction, the recent two-part adaptation of Frank Herbert's Dune, that's pretty much what this movie is. You can guess all the familiar beats of the film, and for the first half of this movie, when we are seeing Jake go through his journey of a human becoming an avatar and getting to explore this world, this movie is awesome. Some of the best scenes in this film happen in the first half. The first time we see Natiri and she almost kills Jake not only is very well shot, but it's the only time in any of these movies where I was actually scared of the Na'vi. The scene where Jake trains and rides the Banshee as his understood rite of passage into the Na'vi was an incredible scene, and I'm really upset that I didn't get to see that on an IMAX screen. But when we go to the human side of things, I think this way this movie handles the colonial marines, essentially, is who they are, which, again, James Cameron, he directed Aliens, and it makes sense for him to take a lot of what he did with the colonial marines from that film into this film, because it's both science fiction. In this movie, he takes the trigger happiness of the colonial marines in Aliens and turns it up a notch. And that sometimes can get annoying, but with the main villain of the film, Colonel Miles Quaritch, played by Stephen Lang, not only does the actor give a good performance, but the movie is able to have this military general be a competent and threatening character, and not just another dumb military man who just wants to blow things up. But I think my favorite character in this film is Dr. Grace Augustine, played by Sigourney Weaver, who is returning not only to the science fiction genre, but also with director James Cameron, in that even though she is supposed to be the benevolent human scientist who's supposed to sympathize with the aliens, that does not make her overly nice or a pushover. She is snarky, she is firm, she is meaner than a lot of the military characters in this film, and that makes a lot of her scenes very entertaining to watch, and I do think she does give the best performance out of all of the actors in this film. All that is to say, I'm not particularly crazy about this film, and I think the main reason is that the story that it's telling of this person joining this group of people that he previously saw as the savages, as the other, and fighting back against the people that he previously belonged to and becoming one of the people. Those other films that I mentioned, I think, have done that better. And even though this movie does do a lot of things very, very well, I think it is a great science fiction film. I don't think I can say that it's an amazing one. Director James Cameron's launching point for one of the most successful science fiction franchises of all time takes the familiar foreign savior story and combines it with advances in digital technology to create an immersive experience in the alien world of Pandora for the main character and for us as the audience. But despite all the great things this movie may do, it does not do enough for it to be called amazing. With that being said, Avatar gets an 8.5 out of 10. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Movies with Michael. I hope you enjoyed this movie review, and you can show it by leaving a like on this video and commenting down below what you thought about this movie. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or was it right there in between? You can tell me all that down below in the comments section. And remember, as always, to subscribe to this channel and click the notification icon to be notified about my latest videos. That's all for now, and we'll see you all next time.